Park as we take a look at preparations for Fright Nights. Now, again, we thought Fright Nights was going to be cancelled here like it's been many places. However, Thorpe Park have now decided that it is indeed going ahead. And this, of course, is the location of one of the mazes, and we don't mean the Creek Freak, which sadly will not be operating this year. However, the one that usually comes out here, Platform 15, will be operating along with a brand new attraction. A brand new attraction, Root of Evil. Now then, what we can tell you is there are two live mazes, two kind of mazes we're expecting to have actors in, one way or another, interaction with people, and they are Platform 15 and Root of Evil, or Roots of Evil, sorry, as I should say. There will then be a few kind of roaming people, we'll call them roaming people around, along with some, you know, shows, much like there was last year. So first things first, let's go through what to expect new for this year. One of them is Creek Freak Unchained. So where you won't be able to go into this maze, the people from the maze will be venturing into the park, which will be a common theme for most of the attractions now for this year. It's quite tight in there, and I can fully understand why they're not doing it. So the Creek Freak Freaks will come out of there, don't try and say that quickly, will come out of there and they'll be roaming around the park. There will of course be, the event is called Festival. I don't know who come up with that. I have no idea who come up with that, but that's what it's called. That's what it's called. There'll be a zone as well with more freakish cast. To be fair, outside of the two mazes, everything that's on, you know, Swarm Invasion is you know, it's all actor based. It's all actor based, out and about in the park. So you can expect to be able to walk around and see a lot more freaks than what you have done maybe in previous years where it's been located to just these mazes. So sadly we can't get in there this year. It won't be open. It was an amazing maze last year, we thoroughly enjoyed it, but we are expecting Platform 15 to be here. Now Amity High Sucks, the show will be back. That was kind of roaming last year. It was over in the Amity area, but that was a sporadic performance. We're expecting much the same, along with the cinema as well. The Angry Birds 4D cinema will also be back as the Screenplex cinema. There is the crows that will be walking around. Quite interesting to see what they look like given mazes in other areas of the UK which have used and utilised crows. Be interested to see what they look like, and obviously Rides in the Dark. But first, the two mazes. Well, Platform 15, which finishes here, probably needs no introduction. If you haven't seen Platform 15, head back on our channel and you will be able to see it. It's basically a walk down the railway line. So you join over there, we'll go over there in a minute and see if we can see any action, and you walk right the way around the back past the old Canada Creek train. You'll have seen that in updates from closed season, as well as obviously in the video for Platform 15. You then walk around a little kind of like village town area at the back before coming through the long tunnel and out of here. It will be a £10 upcharge this year, so you won't just be able to queue for it. It will be a £10 upcharge. Roots of Evil. Let me just load this. I want to make sure we give you the right information. This is the new maze for this year, Roots of Evil. So unearth the horrors that lurk within the Forsaken Forest. Prepare to meet terrifying abominations that dwell within. More discreetly through the dark in the undergrowth, and pray your presence goes unnoticed or risk becoming forgotten forever. So this is located in the jungle opposite the Wild Waffle, the Wilderness Waffles. So we're expecting this to be in the Jungle Escape building. I've just walked past there, I can't see any changes yet, but we will go back and have a look. This is also not included in your Fright Night ticket and is a £10 upcharge. So both live mazes have a £10 upcharge each, kind of following on from what Alton Towers did. Now, whilst Thorpe Park said they would never do it, I kind of understand in the current pandemic times that even with 10,000 people in here, you don't want 10,000 people trying to get into that building with everything that's going on. So Platform 15 will return. Roots of All Evil will be brand new and down the bottom. We're going to take you around now, and we're just going to see any construction that we can see. We're expecting a few sets around for the live actors as well. Let's see, we're under a month away now till Fright Nights kicks off. It's quite a big event for Thorpe Park. Hopefully there's something to show you. But sadly, this isn't one of them. Now the Halloween preparations have indeed begun in Amity Cove up by Stealth, the Amity High School show, which was held here last year, had a bit more of a stage going on. That's not to say this isn't going to change, but it's certainly the reason for the bus. You can see some bits and pieces on there. They're obviously going to incorporate that into the show this year, so this will probably be the main area. Again, inside actually, it's not an awful lot advertised that we can see for Fright Nights. We obviously know Fright Nights is coming, but not an awful lot advertised. It'd be rude in these lovely blue skies not to quickly check out Stealth as it goes around. 60-minute queue today, Stealth. Busy day at Thorpe Park. Wonderful. But indeed, the Halloween bus is set up here. There are a few of these at Park which are generally in different locations, particularly by Walking Dead down there. That's been the first year in years as well. There'll be no Walking Dead at the park, with the ride shut as well as the maze already dismantled from Black Labyrinth, their main maze, a living nightmare. Do or Die was due back, but obviously isn't now, and it's probably one they could have done in honesty. But at the same time, I think the quality of Platform 15 is probably better than Do or Die, and if they're going to have to charge for it to keep numbers down, it's probably a better way of doing it. But up here, preparations have begun. Now, not directly related to Halloween, but a Halloween drive-in cinema is coming to Thorpe Park. I don't quite know what films it's going to be showing. You've got quite a lot of variety, and they have done the Lunar drive-through before up by Stealth, so it's not anything new for the park, but that's from the 8th of October. So far, Jungle Escape sort of remains. I mean, it has literally been overtaken by Jungle, where it hasn't been used all year. I thought all those plants were fake, some of those, but they clearly aren't, because there's no clear path up there. Now, this is the expected location of the new maze, Roots of Evil. Of course, much like some of the other parks, you can fully expect that most of the construction is happening from the back, and you won't be able to see what's going on. Now, you can kind of see some barbed wire around the back there. Now, oddly enough, I don't remember seeing the barbed wire in Blair Witch, which would have been the route that you would have taken sort of to go into the Blair Witch bit. So it'd be interesting to see whether or not that is actually part of the attraction. It definitely looks new. Definitely looks new. But let me know in the comments. Do you remember that? I don't remember that. I would expect a fair chunk of it to be around the back where the kind of Blair Witch finished or started around there. Interesting. Of course, Saw Alive was removed last year because of problems with the boat. And whilst we expect everything to really still be on there pretty much, we won't be getting that again. So it's another dead area for the park, which could do with a little bit of development and, you know, maybe even something for the future. I don't know. Quite a lot of space there. Completely unutilised, especially for this year, understandably this year, but I'd like to see something there next year without a doubt. So the location of a Do or Die is very rare. You can actually walk on this bit, and this would definitely have been the bus from Do or Die. Likely to be used for a show this year, would be my guess. This whole area would actually make quite a good show area because, again, it's quite a big space, previously occupied by the Walking Dead maze the last few years. Before then, we've had the clown one on here as well. You know, it's always been a good space for a maze, this particular area. This year, not so much. This year, not so much with all the social distancing things. This bus, though, has been put into place and will likely signal one of the live shows that's going on here. We don't know which one. There's not really a lot going on, to be honest with you. And you know, now we're done here, we're going to walk down to the Swarm just to see if there's anything on the Invasion. But yeah, bus ready to go for shows. Good to see all the rides running in the background as well. Lovely blue skies here at Thorpe Park today. So a couple of the boards have been updated with the festival Halloween Fright Nights, which is coming this year. We just walked around the Swarm there. As you can see, there's no sign of a Swarm invasion, in particular a potential stage show or anything like that. I just think that would just be sort of roaming characters. You can see there as well from the Creek Freak that we'll probably be expecting people to walk around with chainsaws, which will be quite different actually, because it's not something they usually do. Where the park have been sort of family during the day, it'd be interesting to see what time these start as well, with mazes that open until 3 o'clock generally, running quite late. The park isn't open as late as what it has been in the past, but there are quite a few dates, so it'll be interesting to see. What have we seen? We've seen a few buses put in place ready for the Fright Nights celebrations. We can also, I think, see some work going on behind the new Roots of Evil as well. In terms of platform 15, there's no tunnel up yet, but it'll be interesting to see whether or not they actually decide to use the tunnel, given the current situation that's going on. Maybe they'll use it in stages, maybe they won't have quite such a long one. So actually, potentially, maybe we will have a very slight story change to that, although it's not listed as a story change, and I wouldn't expect the start or anything like that to change. Maybe the ending will be different. Leave your thoughts below. What do you think? Do you think it will change in the slightest for this year? £10 upcharge for that, and Roots of Evil. All the Roman actors and things are included in the Fright Nights tickets, but make sure you book quickly because they are selling out fast. My name's Adam, it's been UK Theme Parks. There's a great shot of the swarm just about to drop there. As I said, let us know in the comments, what do you think? What do you think Roots of Evil will be like? And what do you think platform 15? Do you think it will change at the end, particularly the ending? Let us know in the comments below. We're from Thorpe Park Resort on a beautiful sunny day. We'll see you soon.